Welcome to Aaron's Collecting and Detecting. Coming back at you with part 3 of this Memorial Day interview with my dad, who was in the Korean War. Dad, why don't you tell us some more of your adventures, so to speak?
Well, Billy Bledsoe had battle fatigue.
Well, who was Billy Bledsoe? Tell the people who...
Billy Bledsoe is from California. He's my buddy in the foxhole with me.
Okay.
And he says that he was going to get married when he got out of the Army. And about a month later, he got a Dear John letter from his girlfriend saying she got married to another guy. And she showed a picture of him and her husband, and she got married.
Yeah, that's a pretty awful thing to do when somebody's fighting for his country.
Yeah. And another two guys, one guy wanted to get out of the Army, so he blew half of his arm off.
You already said that part, Dad.
He said, and then with the flamethrower, they shot up this hill with the flamethrower because the company commander told us to go up there and attack the hill. And we didn't want to, the sergeant didn't want to. And we went to, got flamethrower up there, and when they built a foxhole, they dig it like a tunnel, a zigzag, in the side of a mountain. And then he says, they've got this flamethrower and put it in there, and the foxhole being zigzag, it didn't hurt them. It just got them hot. So they come out, these three little North Koreans come out of there, and they looked like about 13 years old. No, they didn't shave or nothing. And my buddy over there, he says, let me kill him. And he says, no, we got to take them as prisoners. And he says, and the guy says, well, you're going to give them 3 gooks. Well, he called them gooks, but you're going to give these 3 North Koreans a new a bed to sleep in, 3 square meals a day, and all this good stuff. And you're going to give these 3 young teenagers, young 13, 14-year-olds, a place to sleep and all this other stuff. And we got to eat C rations and we got to sleep on the ground. Is that fair?
Right.
We are soldiers. We should be getting to bed. No, we're not.
So how warm did it get there, and how cold?
It got 40 degrees below zero.
Well, that's how cold. How warm?
It got to 20 below, but we had a squad tent. We got in the squad tent.
How warm did it get?
100 degrees.
So
and there was water coming down from the hill, and we all went in there, and the guys come down. It says there's all dead bodies up there, and all it's coming down in the water, and you guys are swimming in it. And he says, there's 3 women over there washing clothes, and you guys are swimming with no clothes on.
Oh gosh!
And everything, and we didn't care because of 100 degrees. So anyway, the Army infantry. I was in the 2nd Division, 3rd Battalion, 23 Regiment, and King Company, and we had 222 guys in there when we started, and we ended up with 20. And they all got dead and hurt and everything else, and we I also they warned us about diseases over there and all that stuff too. You can't, and then they come with a beer, whiskey. They came with whiskey and told us to drink it, and they urinated in it.
Yeah. Can't talk about that.
And that stuff. They did things like that to make the soldiers.
I know, Dad.
mad.
This is a show for everybody. You gotta be a little.
They make the soldiers mad.
Okay.
And then also
That's funny though.
we had to walk so much that one kid was 17 years old. Said he had to go, and they told him that he had to go home because he was only 17. He wasn't old enough.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Well, if you want to stay 3 more months, you go home and you don't have to go in the army no more." And he said, "No, I want to finish it out. 3 months."
Mm-hmm.
His mom said, his mom wanted him to come home because he wasn't old enough.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You remember his name?
no, I didn't know it. Anyway, there was a guy that was supposed to go home because his wife was having a baby and a
Mm-hmm.
furlough. And he said he didn't want to go until the baby was born. And he says, I got 6 months to go, and I want to
Finish?
my time.
Yeah.
So they said, all right. And then he got killed before he went home.
So what was the weapon that they would give you to use?
They gave us a .45 pistol
Okay.
and also a carbine rifle.
Okay.
And they told us to attack that hill.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, our company commander said, we're not attacking that hill with carbine. They are not worth it. They're not worth it.
Go get yourself killed,
To
basically.
get you, we're getting, and company commander says, tried to get us up there, and the company commander said no. Then another guy, he says, he had 40 pounds of rounds on his back,
Mm-hmm.
and we went a long way up and down these hills, and he said, I can't go no more, I can't go no more.
Yeah.
And he says, I can't go no more. And the sergeant says, get up there, soldier. A human body can take a hell of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, eat your C rations.
That's funny.
And all this other stuff. And we walked. The infantry is nothing but walk.
Yeah.
You can't go on vehicles of any kind.
Yeah. Guys, if you can tell he's getting emotional, that's how he is every time he tells a story. He gets emotional thinking
Yeah.
about it.
I get stuttering and all that because it's on my mind a lot.
You get emotional about it.
I try to relax when I talk about it, but it will never, ever leave my mind.
Mhm.
I'll always have that on my mind.
Well, what do you want to say to all the people that salute you and tell you they say thank you for your service?
I tell you, people, that was a war, and it was no police action. That was
Right.
a complete war.
Well, do you want to
Guys,
want to thank them though?
Oh yeah.
Thank.
I want to thank everybody for recognizing a Korean veteran, a frontline Korean veteran. This was so terrible.
Infantry, right?
This is terrible, people, that I could not handle this. If I keep talking, I'm going to get some tears in my eyes, people. And this is for sure. That don't ever think that they didn't do their job over there. We did our job, and we did it good. Because
You guys hear that? That's coming from a veteran.
3 months, well,
The Korean War.
after they come up to me and told me, you got enough points now that you can go home. You
Right.
got enough points. And I said, what's points? He said, you were in the front lines in the war.
So they give you points
for-
on
yeah.
what you
for
do.
being in the war. For
Right.
being in the front lines. They give you points
Mhm.
for being overseas. And
Mhm.
they give you I got a
Battle Star.
Battle Star.
Mhm.
and
And you said
all
you got
this.
ribbons.
I got a lot of ribbons.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's hardly worth it, though. I say.
no, I mean that didn't do anything for what I did in the Army. I was devastated. If I talk more, I might break out in tears.
Yeah.
And
No, I'm sure everybody gets
but
it.
I have a wonderful son, a great son.
Well, thanks, Dad. You didn't have to say that, but this is about you.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Well, he helped me out after my service in the Army and that. Not right away, but he did when I got married. But anyway, I have so many stories to tell you.
Right?
People,
Well, we'll make a video later. This is just one special for Memorial Day.
people, you don't know what I went through. And I was in the front lines for a whole year and a half.
It cut out because I'm getting people texting me.